Madam Chair and members, my name is Michael Barba, and I'm testifying on behalf of the Texas Public Policy Foundation in support of Senate Bill 1. We support parent empowerment because we believe that parents are the first and primary educators of their children. Our team has met thousands of parents across Texas this year, and they have shared with us that they do not have options. The fact of the matter is that the data confirm what parents have been telling us. I'll skip to just the critical slides to that point, given the time limitation. Slide 5 shows magnet school applications and acceptances. 75%, the vast majority of students who apply to magnet schools are denied, which means that magnet schools at ISDs have a lower acceptance rate than every university in Texas except Rice. In contrast, Texas charter schools are open enrollment, so they don't filter out individual students' applications based on academics, discipline, or attendance. But as slide 6 shows, there are far more applications than available seats. There are over 66,500 children on wait lists to attend a charter school, which is a 20% increase compared to 2 years ago. Slide 7, regarding accredited private schools, the number of these schools has declined by 10% over the last 8 years. The number of schools in the top 5 metro areas and non-metro areas are shown on that slide, and slide 13 shows the numbers for all metro areas in Texas. On the bill specifically, we support it, we recommend 2 adjustments. The student prioritization is good at prioritizing students that have the highest need. We would recommend a simpler and more streamlined system by which all students that are, for example, disabled and low income receive seats first, and then you move on to low income students, and then to disabled students, to a point that was raised earlier. The last point is regarding provider and vendor alignment with the expenses that are allowed. So the section is about 90% of the way there. It lists expenses that participating families can buy, such as transportation, but in the eligible vendor category, there isn't a way for transportation providers.
Thank you very much. Senator Menendez.
Thank you. I have a question for, is it Mr.
Barba?
Barba? Mr. Barba, could you go over your suggestion for the allotment of the seats again real quick?
Yes, Senator. So we would recommend, if there are more applications than there are seats, that the program admit all students that are first low income and disabled until all of those applications are accepted, then moving to students that are low income, then moving to students that are disabled, and then moving to students to all other applicants. And in that way, you would be able to prioritize the seats for the students that have the highest needs.
Okay. And you've read the bill, correct?
Correct.
Have you seen the bill? Do you read the bill as I read it, that the current priority is seen, to me, it reads more as a cap on how many of the total, no more than 40% of each section. Do you agree with that's the way you read it as well?
It is, and the intent, I think, is good in the sense that the Senate is trying, and the chairman is trying to ensure that there is a seat available for students from every single one of those categories. And I think that's a noble goal.
Correct, but why do you cap it to 90% of those students?
So our recommendation would be to fill the seats with those.
So you agree then that if you're going to prioritize economically disadvantaged, disabled kids, that it should not be capped at 90%, that it should be all of those kids?
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.